Okay, this is what they call her. Knock it out of the park soprano. We've got Liza Jane next on the Chris Top program.
The Top, broadcasting live to at least 3 people on Spreaker.com. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? My name is Dorcas Maximus, Commander of the Dorks of the North, General of the Dork Legions, loyal servant to the true Emperor Dork Vader, and I will have my vengeance. Dorks of the world, unite! Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of black rap back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web, was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groove along here, just walking in style with a portable MP3 play. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program. Play the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
Sunny Clarksville, Tennessee.
You can hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from our lavish home studio here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How in the heck are you doing today, world? You know, Allie and I were and she's not here today, by the way. She had something else she had to take care of. But she'll be back for the next broadcast, I promise. But I've been stressed, and I don't get stressed a whole lot. I'm usually a pretty laid-back kind of a guy. But I've been kind of stressed the last week because we've been trying to get a venue settled for the CMA Fest, for the WABO Awards and the interviews and all that stuff. And yesterday, we had a meeting in Nashville with a location. And I guess I can go ahead and tell you guys who it is. They still have to send me a letter, and we still have to work out the schedule and all that stuff. But I can kind of tell you how it's going to go. On June the 9th, we're going to do interviews, and June the 10th, we're going to do interviews. We're going to try to get at least 16 in altogether. So I'm going to be busy, and hopefully this year I won't lose my voice. Last year was tough, man. I don't know if it was allergies or if it was, I don't know what happened to me last year, but I thought my head was going to pop off of my shoulders. It was horrible. It was horrible, but I made it through it, and the show must go on, as they say. Or at least it's like, Allie, I need you to do all the interviews for me, okay? I'm just going to sit here. I'll be the eye candy this time. You do your thing, and I'll sit here and watch. And it had to be excruciating for everybody at the awards ceremony last year because it's a good thing I had a microphone because it was horrible. And you think I was exaggerating just then, but it was like I couldn't get any louder than that. So I don't know if people heard me. I think they clapped out of pity. I'm not sure, but it still went on, and it was a lot of fun. But then anyway, on the 11th, June 11th. That's going to be the actual award ceremony, and that's going to go from 5:30 until 7:30. And the place that we're doing it at, I've always loved, and I've met several of the artists that we've had on the show at this location, and I totally love them for what they do, for giving these songwriters a voice and a stage. And I'm talking about the Commodore Grill. So I'm hoping that we're going to work out just a great, long-lasting relationship with them, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do the interviews the first 2 days outside of the grill, and then on award day, we're going to actually kind of take over the whole place. So it's going to be so much fun. But just watch for posts, and eventually we'll announce the interviews. We'll announce the performers at the WABA Awards, and also the voting and all that stuff's going to take place as well. So I'm going to be a busy guy. I really, really am. But I know I'm smarter than that. I know you didn't come to listen to me today. You came to listen to Liza Jane. So she's coming up next on the show. So make sure you go to thechris.program.com and you ask questions, comment in the chat, and all that fun stuff, because it makes you a part of the program, and that's always fun.
The Chris Top Program.
We know the website is really shitty, but the show is not quite as shitty.
Listen live on thechris.program.com. Archived shows on Spreaker, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio.
Broadcasting worldwide to at least 3 people.
This has been a Chris Top production.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program. Take it from the top.
Did you ever think you could afford an interior designer?
No, way too expensive. Besides, I've got style.
If you had style, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Ouch. Interior designers are for rich people.
Magnolia Emporium.
Magnolia Aquarium? Is that like for some crazy flower fish?
No, Magnolia Emporium. Randy's clients range from nurses and teachers to musicians, actors, and even some royalty thrown in there.
Oh, I'd be on the royalty side.
You really don't have any swag, do you?
No, I don't.
That's where Randy comes in. He listens to exactly what you want, whether it's spoken or unspoken.
Okay, if you mean he can read my mind, there's lots of things I don't want Randy to know.
No, he has a great feel for what he does.
Okay, where can I find Magnolia Emporium?
Just go to magnoliaemporium.com.
We want your space to reflect your success. You are absolutely, positively, 100% for sure in the right place. This is the Chris Top Program. And I'd love for you to ask questions, comment in the chat on thechris.program.com. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. It just means that you're listening on iHeartRadio, on Stitcher, on Spreaker, or on one of the many other places that they allow me for one reason or another. But regardless, I do appreciate you for hanging out with us as much as you do. I know it can be excruciating sometimes. I get it. So Liza Jane, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Are you in Florida right now?
No, I'm in Nashville. It was my last day of school for spring break.
Gotcha. Okay, so now you live in Nashville and you go to Belmont right now.
Yes, I do. I'm a sophomore.
Okay, now how often do you get to go home?
But just on the big holidays, like Christmas or spring break.
Do you miss Florida?
I do miss it. I miss the weather, but I love it in Nashville.
Okay, yeah, because you're in your element in Nashville, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, now I have this crazy question that I've got to. Well, it's not really a crazy question, but I got to ask this because I was so impressed, and I'm a little jealous because I was reading your biography, and you have a day named after you.
I do, in Key West, because of all the volunteering I did for singing and donating money. The city was nice enough to give me a day dedicated to me.
Oh, my gosh. How does that make you feel, having a day named after you?
It's great. I love it. It was such an honor.
Now, are you going to try? Do you try to make it back on Liza Jane Day?
Yes. If I'm not in school, then yeah.
Now, do people put up trees and put gifts under them, or do they hunt Easter eggs? What do they do on Liza Jane Day?
No, I mean we just kind of walk around and talk. It's nothing too crazy.
Do people get selfies with you?
It's just another day.
Okay. So we might have to try to take a vacation to Florida on Liza Jane Day just so we can hang out.
Yeah.
That way I can be like, yeah, I know Liza Jane. It's her day today.
Oh, thank you.
So you get to celebrate it's almost like having 2 birthdays.
Yeah.
Did you cut a ribbon or anything?
No. Well, the mayor gave me a plaque and everything, and it was in the courthouse.
So you have proof that there is a Liza Jane Day.
Yes, I do have proof.
That's pretty amazing.
Record of it.
I need you. Would you please take a selfie with the plaque and send it to me?
Yeah, of course.
I definitely, or just post it on Facebook or something. I want to see.
Yeah, I think there are some photos, but I'll find it.
Okay, maybe I'll have me a plaque made, just Chris Top Day or something. I could probably find some little small city that might let me do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Okay, now I do want to talk. We're going to talk about your music today, I promise. Now, you've been singing, I know, since you were 4 years old. So, at any point of your life, did you ever have any doubts that you'd be doing what you're doing today, or are you just kind of, because you've opened for some pretty big people? I was looking, Three Dog Night, the Doobie Brothers. I mean, the list goes on. So, I mean, did you ever see yourself in this situation?
Honestly, I didn't know what was in store for me besides just me always going to sing, because that's all I've ever wanted to do, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
Mm-hmm. Now, okay, so talk to me like I'm in fifth grade, because I don't really get I talk to a lot of artists, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I totally understand everything that I talk about, because I fake it a lot. But so describe to the people that don't know what a soprano is.
A soprano is just someone that could sing really high, usually like a range. My range happens to be G3 to C6 which is a low G to a high C. Mm-hmm. And there's like soprano 1, soprano 2, alto for female voices.
Okay, so can you break a wine glass with your voice?
I haven't done that, but I mean, I can sing high.
So maybe you should try that sometime.
Yeah, I can sing about an octave and a half. I have a vocal range.
Mm-hmm. So you're pretty impressive then, because I've already heard the song that you guys sent over. We Could Start a Fire, and I'm in love with the song. I don't know really how to classify it though, because it seems like it's leaning more toward rock to me.
Yeah, that's definitely my style, and that's definitely what that song is. So. Okay,
and now I know that your music is pretty much taking you all over the place. I saw Rome, Italy listed in your biography and stuff like that. So what was that like?
Oh, that was great. We had the opportunity to go there over one of these summers, and at one of the restaurants, they let me sing, and I actually sang a classical song.
Now, is that sort of your second thing? Is it like classical stuff behind the rock stuff?
Yeah, I'm a classical voice major at Belmont, so I've always been classically trained, and I've been singing that since I was at a young age too.
Dude,
I love both.
I bet they hated you in talent shows, didn't they?
Maybe, yeah.
Did everybody just drop out of the talent show when you showed up?
Oh no, I mean everyone was so great. It's all for fun.
Now, your friends, I mean, do you have time for your friends? Because I just picture you always, going to rehearsals and doing stuff. I mean, do your friends get hacked off at you? It's like, Liza, can we just go to the movies tonight? Do you have to do that?
Well, during the week, I'm pretty busy. I have rehearsal and class all day. But on the weekends, I still try to have fun and go out with my friends and go to movies. And they're coming with me on spring break. So
well, that's good.
It was fun.
Yeah. Now, where are you going on spring break?
We're going back home to Key West.
So you can stay home for spring break. Most people from here just go to Florida.
Yeah, it's amazing to call that place my home, to go back there. It's just beautiful.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And you lived there your whole life?
Yes, I have.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you a personal question. And if you want to, you can just say, Chris, shut up, and it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so do you have a boyfriend?
I do, actually.
Uh-oh. So how long has he been your boyfriend?
Since last August.
Okay, so is it getting serious?
Yeah, it's kind of a long distance thing, because he goes to University of Tennessee.
Okay, well that's not too far away.
No, yeah.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 hours. So does your mom like him?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure. Now, he can come hang out if I get to see you in Nashville this year at the CMA Fest, he can come hang out too.
Oh, okay.
That's fine if he's in town. Now, does he support your career choices?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Now, what does he do?
He's just studying business.
So maybe he can handle the business end of it while you go out and perform.
Yeah, maybe.
Now, do you do any of the writing yourself, or are you strictly an entertainer?
No, I do a lot of writing too.
Okay. Now, if you had to choose one first, would it be singing or would it be writing?
I don't know. I think both are just crucially as important.
Mm-hmm. So if you're not at school studying and rehearsing and stuff like that, or do you have your phone out or a pencil and paper?
Yeah, I like to write song lyric ideas down, and some phrases that I have, I'll just write in my phone.
Okay. Do you like The Walking Dead?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, so I'll still be your friend, but I'm a little bit shattered, so you need to catch up on that. Mm-hmm. So we could talk about it now. We got to talk about this stuff.
There's lots of great shows I still have to see when I have time.
Yeah, you're probably just always busy, and it's like, I don't have time for TV. I've got to do this.
Yeah.
Now, if I want to come see you somewhere in Nashville, do you have like a schedule posted on a website or anything like that?
I don't have a schedule yet, but I'm working on performing live music around town. So as soon as I get that together, I'll start posting and I'll let you know.
Okay, good. Yeah, let me know. If you'll give me like a month's notice, I will be there.
Well, I'm actually performing at the Curb Cafe at Belmont on March 27th.
March 27th. Send me like a Facebook invite or something.
Okay.
And I'll try to be there for sure, because Allie's not here today, but we both want to see you because she's listened to your single as well. Okay, now before we go any further, let's go ahead and play your stuff so people will kind of know what we're talking about. Now, did you have a hand in writing We Could Start a Fire?
No, I did not.
Okay, so tell me about this one. Who wrote it for you?
Biff Watson, the producer that I worked with on that song in Nashville.
Okay, and this song, it's you did this a while back, actually, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so what's it about?
I honestly think it's just like about liking someone, kind of like a typical love song, but just how everything, when you're with them, the spark, and just you're meant to be together.
Okay, now when you sing this, do you have your boyfriend in mind?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, I'm sure. Well, he'd probably like to hear that. Does he ever get a chance to come out and see you perform?
No, he hasn't. Well, actually, yeah, last year. But
okay.
It hasn't been that hasn't happened this year since he's been in college. It's just been so busy for both of us.
Now, are your parents like super supportive of what you're doing, or were they like, you don't need to move to Nashville, you just need to stay here and get a real job?
Oh, they're very supportive. They always knew this is what I wanted to do, and that they couldn't say no to me. But yeah, they love it. They know what I have.
Well, when somebody's stuck with it as long as you have, because I mean, you've been doing it for 12 years now, and that's a lot. I mean, especially considering you're just 18.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you've been doing it for 14 years. I can't add, but yeah. So for 14 years, you've been doing this stuff. So that's a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
I'm grateful that I really knew what I wanted to do and what I was passionate about.
Well, good. Can you cook?
No, I haven't really done much of that.
So do you eat a lot of ramen noodles being in college?
No, I mean, if it has directions and tells you how to heat it up, I can do that.
So your microwave gets a big workout.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of places in Nashville, too, where you can actually sing for your lunch and stuff. So if you need to do that. So how many hours a week do you take at school?
I'm taking 19 credits.
Okay. And
which is a lot. Usually you just take 16, but I'm doing a lot more this semester. Mm-hmm. Just to get my classes out of the way and have more time next semester for my music. Yeah.
And do you find Nashville to be? And I know you're good. I know you're super talented. You're beautiful. You fit right in. But I mean, do you find it a little bit intimidating being in Nashville around all these talented people?
At first it was, but I realized we're all trying to make it. We're all talented, and I think we should just support each other and get along. I mean, I don't feel like we have to compete with each other.
Absolutely, absolutely. But a little competition's good too, though.
Yeah.
I think so. All right, so I'm going to be looking. We want to come and see you live for sure. Now, do you have any physical CDs that you sell when you're singing, or do you have any digital releases or anything like that?
I'm working on it, but I have some CDs from my We Could Start a Fire EP.
Oh, okay. So would you sign one of those for me if I come to see you?
Oh, of course.
Sweet. See, that'll make me feel important, and I can take it and hang it up in the studio, and then again I can brag about it and be like, yeah, I know Liza Jane, we're tight.
Oh, awesome.
Like okay, so We Could Start a Fire, Liza Jane, right here on the Chris Top program.
There's a bitter chill setting to my bones. Could someone left me cold and all alone? And the emptiness of my lonely heart needs more than just a candle in the dark. But in your arms, so safe and warm, we can start a fire and watch the flames keep burning higher and higher. And if we don't stop now, we can start a fire. Is it what you want? Or is it what I need? To lie so close to you, I can feel the heat. Passion gets so hot, we could lose control. Till all of my defenses go up in smoke. 'Cause love cool light us, spark so bright, we can start a fire and watch the flames keep burning higher and higher. And if we don't stop now, we can start a fire. We can start a fire and watch the flames keep burning higher and higher. And if we don't stop now, we can start a fire and watch the flames keep burning higher and higher. And if we don't stop now, we can start a fire. Keep burning, start a fire.
You know, I'm almost out of breath when I hear that song. It is
Oh.
it's so good. It's so, and
Oh,
you
thank
totally
you.
rock it out, and I'm kind of feeling like there's some maybe jazzy bluesy stuff in there too.
Yeah, it definitely has a blues feeling to it. That's why I like it a lot.
Now, are you gonna kind of stick to that that genre, or do you think you're gonna lean more toward country now, being in Nashville, or what are your plans on that?
I like doing both, honestly. I really like rock music. I really love blues, but whatever I feel drawn to do.
You know, that's the cool thing. I mean, being an independent artist is a struggle, but one of the cool things too is you get to do whatever the hell you want to do.
Yeah, that's the great part about it.
Yeah. So, and you know, you can make it or break it, and then you know, if you do make it, then congratulations, and if you don't, then well, you know, it's just try harder. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to keep going because it's not easy for sure. And I want to know from you, like, say if you get done performing somewhere, say you make it, and you just get done performing at the Ryman, and you're leaving the stage, and a little girl comes up to you and says, "Liza, I love what you do. I really want to do what you're doing one of these days." What kind of advice would you give her?
I would just tell her, don't let anyone say no to you, and just do what you want to do, because there has been plenty of people that said, you can't sing classical, you can't sing rock, you got to pick one. But you don't have to do that. You really just, if you know that you could do something, you can do it.
Now, would you ever see yourself conforming? Like, say, if one of the big labels tried to pick you up, would you conform to, okay, we want you to strictly sing country music? Would you go that route for them, or would you hold to your guns?
If I really wanted to, and I really liked them, and I would sing country music, but I wouldn't give up the other styles that I like.
It's funny because I think a lot of people sometimes they feel like, well, I would stick with what I love, but I mean, it's a compromise. I mean, if they're going to provide the publicity and the cash and stuff like that, sometimes you have to, I guess, give in and do something so you can eventually get to the point where you can do exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right.
Yeah, and I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't at all. And you've got talent, and you want to, get out there and let the world know what you can do. So sometimes you have to make a few compromises, but I think that's okay. Okay, now I've got a really, really important question to ask you.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay, you're sitting down, right?
I am.
Okay. So we're past the boyfriend question. That was probably the toughest one. So we're good now. So if you could have any superhero power, what would it be?
To fly.
You'd want to fly? Everybody says fly. Come on.
Well, I mean, I want to travel everywhere, and that's like the most convenient to do.
But you could transport though. You could be like, you could snap your fingers and then you could just like be there.
Okay, I guess any form of transportation that I can get that doesn't require walking or driving.
You know what would be cool? Since you don't cook, you could like when you get done at class at Belmont, you could just snap your fingers and then you could just like be at home in time for dinner, and your mom could cook for you.
Yeah, I think that would be the best thing.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you flew, you would have to like redo your hair when you got there. There'd be bugs in your hair and just all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would kind of suck. But if you could just like snap your fingers or whatever it takes, to get there, you could do that. I don't mean to answer your question for you.
No, it's okay.
I get it. I do that sometimes. Now, if you had an opportunity to sit down and have a cup of coffee with anybody, and this could be anybody living or dead throughout history, doesn't matter, who would it be?
Probably Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. So why? Okay, obviously she's super talented. She's a superstar. But why do you feel a connection with her, or why would you want to sit down with her?
Because I feel like she would be giving me all this advice and pep talk to keep going and not listening to other people's opinions. And she's just so independent. And I feel like she's just such a role model to women and men.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. She is quite the inspiration. I can remember a time when her career first started, I was kind of turned off of Lady Gaga. But after I've seen her career go forward and I've seen her progress, I've really grown to respect her tremendously as an artist and as a person. So that's cool. Do you think you would even have enough nerve to even like say anything, or would you just be in awe for 5 minutes?
I honestly feel like I could be myself around her. She just seems like such a genuine person.
Dude, I don't know if I could. I mean, and you probably love her more than I do, so I don't even know if I could. When somebody reaches that level of stardom, I don't know. But she's still easy to connect with, so I don't know. That would be a tough one for me, I think. Are you pretty good about communicating with your fans?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love communicating with people. I'm just kind of starting out.
Okay, so if I want to stalk you, like, where are the best places to do it online?
Oh, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
So, like, at 3 a.m. on Facebook, you'll answer me back, or?
I will answer you back as soon as I wake up.
Okay, so people can message you anytime, but it just may be when you wake up.
Yeah. If
Okay.
I don't respond, I'm either in class or sleeping.
Gotcha. Now, in the next, say, couple of weeks or the next couple of months, where are some of the places you're going to be singing at?
The next couple of months, the Belcourt Taps on March 26th, and then the Curb Cafe on March 27th, and then I'm performing back home at a theater in Key West.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I have planned right now, but I'm working on more music.
Gotcha. Now, I talked to you actually before the show started about the CMA Fest, so the chances that you're going to be in town are pretty good for that?
Oh, yeah.
Good. See, we're going to set up at the Commodore Grill this year. I don't know if you had a chance to get out there yet or not, but we're going to do interviews on the 9th and the 10th, and then on the 11th, we're going to have like this award ceremony and all that stuff. And I would love for you to consider coming out and doing an interview and then coming out and hanging out during the award ceremony as well, if you could.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have like red carpet pictures and stuff, and then I can take selfies with you on the red carpet, and that way I can tweet them out, and people will think I'm like really, really cool.
Yeah, that would be great.
Sweet. Now, and like I said, your boyfriend can come too. So if you want to bring a +1, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and you can wear one of those sparkly. You have a lot of sparkly dresses, don't you?
Yeah, I have lots of sparkly dresses.
Where do you go like shopping for these things? Do you order these things, or do people give them to you, or how does that even work?
I usually shop online, or my mom buys me lots of clothing.
Okay,
And my
so
God has been sending me clothing since I was very young.
if you go and do something operatic, I mean, is it like do you have to wear sparkly dresses for that stuff?
It's more, I would say, sophisticated, like gowns.
Okay. See, I don't know anything about any of that stuff. And what's the process? Like, say, if you're going to sing in that kind of a setting, like, how do you mentally and physically prepare yourself for that kind of thing?
Honestly, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just such a natural feeling. The process of getting ready with my clothes and makeup takes a while. My mom's always helping me. I couldn't do it without her.
So that's a bigger deal for you, like making sure everything looks right, as opposed to like just mentally preparing for the whole thing, because you're so comfortable, I guess, with just being on stage.
Well, because I practice so much for it. By the time I'm performing, I have it. I mean, the first 5 seconds before I start singing, I'm a little nervous, but then once I start singing, it's really good.
Okay. Now, do you think there's going to be any opportunity at all for you to sing the classical type music in Nashville?
Yeah, I think so. There's the Nashville Metropolitan Opera, and I hope someday that I could be a part of that.
Now, do you see yourself rocking it out on stage like at LP Field, or do you see yourself at the Grand Ole Opry, or do you see yourself, at the Symphony or something? I mean, where do you see yourself the most?
Just everywhere. Just wherever it takes me, but I just see myself performing any genre that I want to do at that time.
And that's kind of what it comes down to, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Just wherever. I guess it's something you don't have to make up your mind. I mean, sometimes that kind of stuff, I guess, chooses you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying to. Well, my view on it is that I could sing whatever I want, whenever I want.
So, are you kind of a rebel?
I guess you would say that, because most people are like, "Oh, you're a classical major. You can't sing anything else." Mm-hmm. But I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I would think if you can sing classical music, you can sing anything.
Yeah, exactly. Because you have the training and the breath support, you should be able to sing other genres of music.
Yeah, and you can't say that about other genres. Like if
No,
you're
you
a country music artist, that doesn't mean you can sing classical music.
Exactly. Classical, you really have to have that. And it's hard, lots of studying, lots of work. And if you can do that, then you could do anything.
Now, do you sing this stuff in English, or do you sing it in different languages?
Both. I sing in Italian, French, German, and English.
Oh, that's just amazing. Now, do you fluently speak these languages, or do you just sing these languages?
Well, not fluently at all, but I'm taking French right now. I have to take 6 semesters of a language.
Now, if for some reason we just meet up one day in Paris, I don't know why I would be there, but if we do, and I say, hey, Liza, let's grab some lunch, could you order for us?
I sure hope so. I sure hope I remember everything I learned.
Maybe you could sing the menu or something.
Yeah, I feel much more confident singing than speaking them.
What do you think the most beautiful language is to sing in?
Well, I haven't sung in all languages, so for what I have done so far, I would say probably French.
It just seems like one of those romantic languages, French does.
But I actually really love singing in German. It's great.
Now, see, German always seemed to me, nothing against Germans, but I mean, it just seemed like, it seems to me like it's more harsh.
Yeah, it's a total different style when you're singing it, but I really like German opera, and it's great.
Mm-hmm. I guess it would be more resounding, I guess, and then French would be a little, I guess it could be sexy or it could be romantic.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm learning stuff from you. I didn't know this stuff before. So, and then let's see, we've got JT in the chat. He says hi from Canada. So, have you ever been to Canada?
I have when I was really young.
Okay, so maybe you'll go back there sometime and sing.
Yeah, I loved it there. We went to Niagara Falls.
So at least you'll sell one ticket. So JT will probably come to that for sure. But we're definitely going to come and see you in Nashville. Absolutely. And what Twitter? Do you use Twitter very much?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. So now, do you have a website?
I do. It's lizajanemusic.com.
Okay, lizajanemusic.com. Do you have links to your Twitter and your Facebook and all that stuff on there?
Yes, I do. And my Twitter is hooked up to my Facebook, and my Instagram is hooked up to my Facebook.
Okay. And what do you use the most? Like, what's your favorite?
Instagram.
See, I'm not into Instagram. And I never could. We've got one, but I forgot the password, and we don't ever use it. But we use Twitter and Facebook all the time. So, but you do use those though.
Oh yes.
Okay. Good. So I mean, we'll have to connect with you on one of those, and maybe eventually I'll do the Instagram thing. But what's the deal with Instagram? Why does everybody tend to go toward that now?
I don't know. I guess it's just pretty convenient, and it's not really about chatting with people. It's about just seeing what people post, photo-wise.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, I don't know. Maybe people just rather look at photos than talk to each other online.
Well, I know on Facebook, whenever you post like a photo with your comments and stuff, that tends to get more likes.
Oh yeah.
So I guess maybe that's why. So if I want to get a copy of We Could Start a Fire, you said that it's not available on iTunes yet, but it's on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Okay, and you did say that you have physical copies of it too.
I do, yes.
Okay, so if somebody goes to your website, can they order a physical copy, or do they need to like message you on Facebook, or how do they do that?
They can order one or message me. Any way they can reach me.
Okay, and you autograph this stuff and all that stuff if they want you to?
Yes.
Nice. So how far do you see this going?
As far as I can physically sing.
Okay, and at Belmont you're studying classical music at Belmont.
I am.
Okay, is that like that's your major, I'm guessing? So do you have a minor, or how does that work?
That's my major, but then I do, of course, commercial music in addition to my major.
I would think that Nashville's got some of the best teachers in the world for that stuff.
Oh yeah, they're great.
That's got to be. Are they? I picture them being like really stern and like just. I mean, are they cool to hang out with?
They are. I mean, they're very nice. They're very supportive. They're strict, but it's good. I mean, you really work hard. Mm-hmm. I also play piano too. So
what else do you play? Just piano, or do you play anything else?
I can play a little guitar, but mostly piano.
You're probably gonna have to get really good at the guitar for Nashville.
Yeah.
It's hard to take a piano around with you.
Well, I have a keyboard and a rolling keyboard case.
Oh, well, so you're good to go then. I didn't even think about that. So is like the piano like second nature for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Now, do you ever do cover songs when you sing at places, or do you just strictly do originals?
Oh, I do cover songs too.
Like, what's your favorite cover song to do?
Probably I Hate Myself for Loving You by Joan Jett.
Oh, you're going to be jealous of me, but I think it was, I don't remember when it was. I was probably in my early 20s, but I went to see Aerosmith, and then Joan Jett and the Blackhearts opened for them.
Oh, wow. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh? See, I'm old, but I can be a little cool sometimes.
It is.
You know what I bet you would be really good at? I bet you could just, and I love Billy Joel. I bet you would just knock Piano Man out of the park.
Yeah, that would be a good one to learn.
See, yeah, you can learn that. Maybe put a little more of a rock edge on it. I mean, it's already rock, but I'm just saying you could do your own thing with it.
I also sing a version of Nights in White Satin by the Moody Blues. I don't know if you know that one.
I do know that one. So you're very versatile.
Yes, I am.
Who are some of your favorite country music artists?
Country music artists?
Mm-hmm.
I would say Brad Paisley and Miranda Lambert.
Okay, so you like a lot of the more contemporary stuff?
Yes, but I mean, I love, Johnny Cash, some of his songs. Well, I only really know some of his songs, but I mean, they're great.
Yeah, well, Johnny Cash, he's just a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. I've never met anybody that didn't like Johnny Cash, and I would be kind of shocked if they didn't, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, every road trip we ever take, I usually end up singing Ring of Fire or something, but I don't sound good at it. I'm just not very good at it at all. So are you, now do you have a full band that's with you when you perform, or do you do solo stuff?
On both. I'm working on getting a band together right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually have, a guitarist if it's just an acoustic thing, but hopefully I can have a pianist play for me.
Okay, and one of my favorite things to do are like the songwriters rounds and that kind of thing, so I definitely want to come see you in that kind of a setting, just because I like the backstories to the music and those kinds of things. So definitely be looking for me in the audience sometime. But if you would, though, like when I'm there, just be like, "Sup, Chris," and then, make me feel important.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, good. Okay, well, I had a wonderful time talking to you, and I'm going to get with Jill and TJ about maybe scheduling you for the CMA Fest as well.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Well, I appreciate you, and I appreciate what you do, and the whole reason that we even do the show is just because I like to go back and listen to these because it's artists like you that give me a little dose of inspiration. Because I think a lot of times people, and I don't mean this in a negative way towards you, but people just tend to grow up and they forget about their hopes and their dreams and those types of things. But there's something about people like you that come to Nashville and give everything else up and go for it, that you still have that. And I think that's a pretty special thing. And you've got the voice, you're beautiful, and I think you've got just as good a shot as anybody else. I really do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, you're very welcome. If it wasn't true, I wouldn't say it. You wouldn't be on the show.
No, thank you so much for having me. It means a lot.
You're welcome. And anytime anything exciting comes up or anything at all, just let me know, and we'll get you back on here for sure.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. I do appreciate each and every one of you for listening. I really, really do. And I'll tell you this, and I know I say this every time, but I don't, nor will I ever take any of you for granted, because I know there's a million other things you could be doing, but guess what? You chose to listen to us, and it makes me feel pretty damn good. So until we broadcast again, please remember, life is good. We're gone.
Maybe a dark things might be looking grim. I guess it's time for an acronym.
2, 3, 4.